Hey everyone, how is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are awesome. I'm just setting up music right now. Give me just a second. Do that one. That one. I think I can do most of these. Not that one. And oh, hold on. I forgot that one. There we go. Now I can pop out chat and do stuff and things. Okay. How are you guys? I added a couple new songs that we hadn't heard before 100 times. I'm glad, Patrick. I'm glad that you're here hanging out with us. I'm doing okay. Trying not to be irritated about some things that are going on, but other than that, doing okay. Okay, so what am I doing right this second? I think I'm gonna do a Pokeball because that works up nice and quick. For new music, it has to be copyright free. That's the big thing, is it has to be copyright free. So like a lot of the music that I use is either from like YouTube's audio library, or it's the Harris Heller playlist. Oh, thank you. I got this whenever I was playing Pokemon Go quite a lot. And also because, you know, I like fire Pokemon, so. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Hey Chadley, how are you? If y'all did not see on Discord, I did finish Squirtle. There he is. With his little tail. On his little, he's holding his little Pokeball. We did, at the end of yesterday's stream, we did do a mock-up of what the glasses would look like, and it, like, I literally just kind of pulled some stuff and just seeing how it would work out. And I am going to try and do the sunglasses on one of them as an option. Hey Funk, how are you? How are the, I hope the storms are not getting you down. It's been stormy here on and off as well. Well, I mean, technically I'd have to make 5 and put sunglasses on one of them if I wanted to do the whole Squirtle squad. No worries. We're having spaghetti and salad tonight. Yeah, it's 5. Because there's 4 whenever Ash's Squirtle decides to leave. Because the whole storyline was that the Squirtle squad was all, they had been owned, but their trainers decided that they didn't want them, so they just left them. And they band together and they created the Squirtle squad. Well, whenever Ash, you know, helps the Squirtle squad out, Squirtle realizes that there are trainers out there that, you know, that do care about their Pokemon and decides to go with Ash. It leaves the 4 other Squirtles there. They were all the ones with round glasses. Oh boy. Well, you live in a neighborhood, so did it hit somebody else's house?
He did the monster mash.
Hey, there's my favorite monster. The field beside us. Oh, okay. Grind for rare stuff. Uh-oh. Rare stuff you don't know how to find. Which game is it? I need this. I need this. I need that. Pulling up my pattern right now. Give me just a second. Pretty sure I know what I need to do, but yeah. Hey Dragon, how are you? Weren't you supposed to be done with Kingdom Hearts already? Wasn't that supposed to be like the final boss? What? I was literally just asking. Gave you disapproved mom vibes? I don't know why. But here's a Mario welcome for everybody.
Welcome.
And for those that are just coming in, we're just making a Pokeball right now. We finished our first Squirtle of 3. As of right this second, I think 2 of them are spoken for. No, not really. There's a tail right there. It's pretty easy. This is the pigtail where I sew it onto the body. This is what it looks like actually on. Honestly, probably the worst thing, like if I had to pick one thing that's probably the hardest, and it's not because it's hard to actually make, it's the turtle, the shell, this little brim that goes around, because this is actually made separately from the shell itself. And like I literally have to pin it and then go through stitch by stitch and go all around, and I have to make sure that it's long enough, but though it's done in 2 rows, not just one. So whenever I get to the end, I can't just add a couple more stitches. I literally have to go all the way back and start over. So it's not necessarily that it's hard, it's just, you know, making sure that it's the proper length to go all the way around the shell. To give that nice little, his shell edge. Oh, awesome, we have 15 likes, and hey Slater Man, how are you? You have arrived-ish? How do you ish arrive? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way he turned out. There was a couple of new things that I hadn't encountered in a pattern before, and luckily I sort of know the creator of the pattern, and I just messaged her on Twitter and was like, hey, is this a thing? Am I doing this right? And she's like, yeah. And not being caught? That made you laugh? Okay. I'm glad, Alexander. But yeah, right now we're just making a Pokeball for our Squirtle number 2. Let's see. 2. And I'm doing an increase round, so give me just a second. Because I actually have to count and pay attention. So I can talk, but I can't necessarily talk to y'all. Or like, I can talk to y'all, but I can't necessarily read chat. Really? Give me just a second to finish this round, and I will take my water break. This is one of those weird slow ones I don't like. There we go. So that you can brag that you got Sonic. Also, sadly, sad day, my chat is on top chat. Why? I don't know. Yeah, Crochet, you can definitely make some cool things, but you also realize just how long it takes to do certain things. Like each one of these plushes. Whoa! Jesus! Good gravy! Hold on. Let me turn that off. There. Anywho, thank you, Patrick. But yeah, each one of these plushes takes me, depending on... Dude, I want gravy too. I want some good homemade biscuits too. Some good sausage gravy and homemade biscuits. But yeah, depending on how involved it is, each one of these takes anywhere from 12 to 20 hours. Because, like, y'all didn't see, after I ended stream last night, I was up until about 1 o'clock finishing working on that Squirtle. Hi, Toys! Bye, Toys! I so want to do that, but I have a feeling I'll get copyrighted, because the other day, whenever I did my Jean-Claude Van Damme dancing with Baby Shark, I got copyrighted. Tis 7. What did I do? Yay! No more Baby Shark? Well, and like, I thought because it was a different remix that they wouldn't be able to claim it, but they still did. So, yeah. Sad day. We have to find another annoying song to replace Baby Shark with. I mean... Exactly, Joe. Exactly. Do what? I never, ever, ever said that, Christina. Just... Actually, here. Never once did I say that. I just want to point that out. Never once did I ever say that. It was just funny because you would run in, wave, and then you'd run back out. And that's just what it made me think of. So...
Welcome.
Slight melting occurring? Why? Ow. This weather is wreaking havoc on this shoulder. This shoulder and this elbow. We were talking a couple of streams ago about weather affecting your joints. Yeah, this shoulder and this elbow have been aching here recently. No, I don't want to do that. I do. How far can I bring this over before it's on camera? There. I may have to tighten that. Uh-oh. Okay, so this one I need to... No. Takes the side of everybody who makes I mean, I've had a run-in with YouTube. It was actually a while ago. Because of a name choice. And basically what it was is whenever I first got into the gaming community, my name was 7 Degrees Off Cool. And it's has something to do with a comedy bit by Bill Engvall about your kids taking away your cool, and that whenever you were younger, you were, you know, right on cool, and then with each one of your kids it takes away a little bit of your cool, so you're just a little bit off cool. And I was like, well, if I have 7 kids, that means I'm 7 degrees off cool, because each one of my kids took away some of my cool. Well, there was another whenever I first started my channel, I was actually doing like gardening videos, and there was another channel that was doing like homesteading stuff. And so we were kind of in the same community. We watched a lot of the same videos. We participated in some of the same live chats and things like that. Well, apparently people were finding my channel thinking that it was them. They had hit the 1K mark. They were trying to brand and do all the stuff and things. And they felt that my name was too close to theirs. And so for 3 days, they messaged me non-stop. Emails, anywhere they could find me, which is why I shut down all my social medias. non-stop about changing my name, that they needed me to change my name so that they could brand their channel. I messaged YouTube about it, was like, hey, what can I do? You know, tried to report the incident, everything. And YouTube was like, well, it's not happening. They're not harassing you on our platform, so there's nothing we can do. Technically, I did. Because my first video was posted a day and a half before their first video. Oh, well, that was the thing is that their YouTube was like, we don't see a problem here. Like, the names were enough different that there really wasn't a problem. They were just being nitpicky is what it was. And I just was like, no, I'm not dealing with, you know, for like 3 days. It was every couple of hours they were emailing me. They found all my different social medias. They were messaging me on multiple platforms, and I'm like, what? And so I just was like, you know what? I'm done. Everybody calls me Seven anyway. So I was like, I'll just make it Seven and just not even gonna deal with this. Well, then I got caught in YouTube's 90 days. You can only have so many name changes within 90 days. And so I ended up starting my gaming channel under the name Seven. And then everybody just started knowing me as Seven, so I just never changed it. But then I got caught in, there's a movie by the name of Seven. There's a brand of jeans named Seven. There's a K-pop singer named Seven. There is a competitive gaming group named Seven. And so I got caught in all of these other Sevens. So about a year into it, the beginning of this year, I decided that, you know what, it's time for a rebrand. Well, and that was the thing, Nadina, is I contacted a lawyer, and basically the only option that I had is they didn't do it enough on any one platform for it to be considered harassment by that platform. As a whole, it was harassment, but they lived in a completely different state, so there was gonna have to be this whole big shindig about multi-state things, and there was going to have to be stuff filed in the other state, and then at the end of it, there wasn't, I was going to spend a ton of money over a name, and I was just like, I am not that worried about it. Let me at him. Well, the funny thing is at this point, I don't even think that they're a channel anymore. I don't even think they're uploading videos anymore. Yeah, like they sporadically upload videos, but they're not even like regularly uploading videos anymore. So I'm kind of like, whatever, I don't care. It is my old theme song. Okay, see you soon, Snake. I actually still really love this theme song. I love whenever different genres of music mix. So I love like the really like heavy rock in the background, and then like the like 8-bit electronica in the front, in the foreground. Love it. Without vocals on cello. What is this song? This is Pixel Rain. It's the song that I used to use as my theme song. Oh, that's why I know this, because it played at the beginning of every video. Yeah, it's called Pixel Rain, is the name of the song. Da-da-da-da. To find food? Okay. No! There. How is the sound and everything? Is everything, is the audio good? Nobody said anything, but... Gaming plans this weekend? Making Squirtles. Possibly starting Eevee. And then I have someone who asked for a Mimikyu. So that might potentially be a thing. Ooh, BioShock on Switch. Nice. I have that on PS4. I got it for free whenever they did the PS Plus deal. I might actually need to play that some more. That might be a Halloween thing, that I go back and play some more BioShock. Okay. Did that. Bit of Apex. You heard that one? Heard what? You heard nothing. I don't know what you think you heard. Oh, Borderlands for free? Nice. I haven't checked Epic to see what they've been doing lately. No worries, baby Cheez-Its, and hey, how are you? No. I literally almost cut the wrong string. That would have been bad. I mean, not terrible or anything. But yeah, it would not have been good. Also, Gilf, what episode are you on? Hey! How are you, Twain? Yeah. You've seen the pictures, but yeah, here he is. Let's see what he looks like. See him up close and personal down here on this camera. We're working on another one right now. I've got the parts. I've went ahead and crocheted. I got smart is what happened. I started, instead of just making one at a time, I started making the parts for multiple, and then I bag them up like this, and it has Squirtle legs, Squirtle shells, Squirtle arms. So I know that I have the parts to make 3 different Squirtles. I know, it looks like I'm a poke poacher or something. Just randomly having a bag of Squirtle arms. The one that's really funny is this one. I have a bag of Squirtle heads. But I keep them in bags because I have 2 cats. And I don't want cat hair getting all over them. Yes, totally, totally. As you sit there and enjoy all the things that I made you on your shelf. But a very organized poke. Yes, I am. I'm extremely organized poacher. Blah, blah, blah. One for the Jax game. But yeah, right now we are making a Pokeball for our second Squirtle to hold. And then after we finish this and stuff this, we're gonna start, I have the pieces already, and we're gonna start stuffing them and putting them together. And then tomorrow, I think we're gonna work on the bird. I've really got to get that finished. I finally got in the correct wire that I needed. So I can start working on the bird. That's been the big thing, is waiting on the wire for his feet. So I originally got in this wire here, which is tiny copper wire. But yeah, this is the little feet that I make for him. And then I'll wrap that in tapestry embroidery yarn, and then glue his feet up and underneath him like that. But I've still got to finish his wings before he can be sent off to his owner. And I've got to finish his plume here too. And felt in his cheeks. This seems like black magic to you. Well, I mean, you can see, I don't know if you've seen the Charmander that I did there, and then there's also a Hollow Knight there, and then over at the other end of the screen, there's Mew there. All of these have found new homes. Could I thread the legs as one? Are you talking about for the bird? The bird, like, there's actual metal skeleton for the feet. So I have to actually like build the feet first, and then I use the embroidery thread to go around, to wrap around this to give it to the right color. But yeah, the first wire that I got was just too thin. It was way too brittle. So I had to wait to get the second one sent, which is why I haven't finished the bird yet. But they'll be the legs. So like, ooh, crap. No, because the legs have got to fit up into the stitches that I've already made. So like, I'll take my my wire cutters and I'll cut this down, and the legs will actually fit up, or the what's supposed to be the leg will actually fit up inside of this and will actually be glued in place, so that he will actually, like, if I have something like this, he'll actually sort of like roost a little bit. Y'all can see the bird anatomy. Yeah. Back with noms. But yeah, with the feet and everything, and these feet are actually a little bit small. I'm gonna have to make bigger ones. But yeah, whenever they're glued in place, it will actually sort of stabilize him to where he can actually sort of roost on something. But yeah, like his plume, what I'll do with it is I'll take clear hot glue, and I'll take and split this up, and I'll run a bead of clear hot glue down through here, and then all of this will get pulled up and go over the top of that hot glue, because hot glue doesn't actually soak into the material. It just kind of sits there on top, so it's an adhesive but doesn't soak, so I can use it to keep the plume fluffy, and it still sticks to all the yarn. So he'll get his nice fluffy plume and get some volume in his plume like an actual cockatiel would have. Yeah, it's just learning all the little tricks. And then his wings are actually made in 4 parts. Maybe he's born with it, and maybe it's hot glue. But yeah, like I can take and like the hot glue, and I can kind of rub it on my fingers a little bit, and then rub it on certain pieces of yarn and kind of make them stand up like an actual cockatiel's plume would. A deep understanding of science. It's just seeing something and figuring out how you can work with it. Like, the girl that actually does the Squirtle pattern, she actually did, she created the Charmander pattern and that Mew pattern over there. She does a really interesting stitch, but you see these Squirtle feet right here, not only does it like pop back and it almost looks like the Squirtle actually has toes, but it pulls down so that it almost looks like a little foot, and then it goes into the leg. She does a really interesting, something really interesting that I'd never seen done in a pattern before. But it was normally whenever you do a decrease, the stitches actually sort of line up, and you go in the first stitch and then you just go straight into the next stitch, and it pulls those stitches together, and so they sort of overlap. And they make this nice little hole in between them, so it makes 2 stitches into 1. She does it in the back loops, so you almost have to go in, you turn your hook, and then come back through. But it crosses the stitches or the threads in such a way that it makes those little toes. And I was like, that's adorable. Why? Like, that's genius. I'm horrible at explaining things, so that, like, I'm much better at showing things. So, like, if you've ever seen one of those, like, word, they're like the 2 circles, and you have, like, stuff over on this side, stuff over on this side, and then like a center area where like the 2 ideas overlap. That's basically what happens with a Venn diagram. Thank you. That's basically what happens with the stitches. Like they link almost like this, but whenever you insert your hook in a certain way, they overlap, and your hook goes through that center. Twain, the light bulb just went on for Twain. He was like, oh, I get it now. But yeah, basically, whenever you're making the little Squirtle toes, instead of your hook going in that center, they don't line up right. So you're going in the back, and then it twists the thread in order to almost look like the little toe. Still sounds hard to pull off. It's like, I made 4 legs today, and I was like, why is this not nearly as hard as the first 2 times I did it? Like, I guess I'm very mechanically minded. So, like, whenever I see things, my brain automatically starts trying to work out how it works. So, like, I'm one of those... I'm shocked. Shut up. Hush. Hush you. Can we switch brains? So, like, I don't know if y'all states had to do the ASVAB, but I got one of the highest scores in my entire school on the mechanical part of the test, because, like, you know those questions where it was like, if pulley A turns clockwise and pulley B turns counterclockwise, which way does pulley Z turn? Those were like super easy for me because I was just like clockwise, and like I just sped through that and like had to sit there for like an hour while everybody else was like when I crocheted.
And there was much rejoicing.
It was tough for him. Now yeah, exactly. You don't even think about it. Fix someone's face in his sleep. Would have been destroyed. I mean, I don't know, like, again, that's probably why, you know, helicopter mechanic, you know, my yeah, you know, mechanically minded. Yes, I am just slip stitching because If you see, it makes a nice little edge. The black is supposed to be that center of the Pokeball where it opens. So technically whenever it opens, that black disappears. So it makes this nice little edge for the red, and then the white will do the same thing. Just little details that make it look nice. Make it look a little more realistic, even though, you know, anime. 7 is not a robot. Although I will say that the helicopter in Tomb Raider was a little better, even though it's not an actual helicopter. It's based off of a Sea Stallion, which is a marine helicopter. Well, technically the one that they were using was more Russian. To his work all beat up. Oh no! Trauma center style? Oh gosh. And then okay, now see? Now that I've got the row started, see how that white makes a nice little edge, and then the black is literally just this tiny little line there, and then the nice little edge for the red. About helicopters, but I do know those cats were inaccurate. Just those little subtle details. That make it look real nice. Like the little Squirtle toes. There's no reason why Squirtle has to have toes. But it's a nice little detail that just, you know, sets that one apart. You know, some of the amigurumi, the Squirtle head is just completely round. But on this one, if you take, you know, a side view, he has a little snoot here that, you know, protrudes out just to kind of give him that sort of muzzle. And then, you know, the little nose holes, the anime eyes, you know, nothing really says that you had to add the brown from the anime, but it just makes it look better. You know, I could have done him a lot smaller and done the safety eyes. Like these. Basically the ones that are on... the ones that are on the bird, like these. These are safety eyes. But he wouldn't have looked as good. Yeah, exactly. It makes him look a little more realistic. I couldn't answer. They want Mini Baja to come play. Oh boy. Even good at keeping people's beards? Ah. Well, maybe I should have went to him whenever I needed face sutures because, you know, I had to shave my beard off because they weren't nearly as good. To keep my beard. Yes, because the next time Twain gets into a bar fight, I'm sure you are gonna travel all that way. Uh-oh. Execute order started. 60. Uh-oh. Hey, Lily, how are you? See, I don't do Star Wars. I'm sorry. I know very little about Star Wars. There is a reason why I am a Trekkie. Hey, Dreamy! How are you? We are making Pokeballs right now. Well, Pokeball. For our second Squirtle to hold. And then I can show Chrissy how I do the bottom of my Pokeballs and make them look all nice and neat because she has been freaking out because the Navi bottoms are not looking the way she wants them to. I did not say I did not believe you could get into a bar fight. I was just giggling at you being in one. But I mean, like, you can kind of see. Ooh, hello. There we go. Let's see if I can clean that up just a little bit and focus. I know it's white, so it may not clean up very well. Focus, focus. There we go. Yeah, it's white. It's not okay. There we go. There we go. But yeah, see how nice and neat that looks. It looks almost identical to the top. So there's the top. And then there's the bottom. And Chrissy's like, tonight? Oh, did Ball and Chain have to leave? Thank you for stopping by, sweetie. I appreciate you. Okay, so now we back out. Oh, Mario, welcome to all the newcomers.
Welcome.
Well, and I'm teaching. Hello, Moto. I had one of those phones. Oh my god. I had one of those, the Motorola's, the flip phone back in the day. And every time it started, hello, Moto. Yeah, no, yeah. The Razor? Yeah. Yeah, it was the Razor. Oh, wow, I'm getting old. Yeah, it's from it's from an old cell phone. From Woodshop. I understand. Yep. Shoo. I you know, I actually really prefer the old flip phones to the new phones. If only it is so much more satisfying whenever you hang up on someone to just go, you know, it's much more satisfying to do this than to just no. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So the way that the stitches are, you kind of just push one and then the other, and then the hook sits in between those two, and they just overlap like a Venn diagram really nicely. I know y'all don't care, but I'm showing you anyway, so... You were about to say what? Yes, and the only thing is like the whole no, just the front, the front loop. Murphy still has all of his old phones. About the slamming. Disappearing again. The Nokia 3310. Hold on. I gotta look this up. I don't remember it right off the bat. I've had an iPhone for God knows how long. Oh boy. I had one very similar. I think I had a previous generation or a previous model. Hold on, let me look. I had... It wasn't that one. I had one similar to that, but mine had like the little antenna that you could actually pull up. We'll try the 32. That looks similar, but it's still not right. The one we had was gold. 2280. Okay, I'll look at that one up. That was my first one, my first cell phone. No, that one's not right either. Hold on. Two. It was in the year, it was right around the year 2000. So that's what I'm looking up. I'm looking up the year models. The 5110 looks close. It's not exactly right, but it looks close. $23.19. I feel like we're like police officers calling out codes now. We have a Nokia 2319. We have a Nokia 2319. All officers. Okay, Twain, thank you for being here. Oh, what's this one? Ooh, hold on. What's this one? That one looks real close. What is that one? $51.65. Did we say that one? Did we say the 51.65? Because that one looks really close. I don't see the right color, but it looks really close. I don't know. Anywho, we're getting way off base here. I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. But how is everyone doing today? And for those new people coming in, welcome.
Welcome.
Hush, Liz, hush. Also, for those that are interested, Murphy is streaming later and is going to be streaming Mario Kart. One, two. For those that like Mario Kart, he is doing a Mario Kart stream. It's first one he's done in a while. You don't know what? It's Murphy's Law Gaming. It's down, is it down in the description? I know his Discord is down in the description. There we go. Liz beat me to it. Darn you, mods. Jeez, doing your job and stuff. Okay. I was trying to help. Let's see, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Thank you, Merlin. Okay. Bye, Push. Shark fishing on Monday? Fun? Fun stuff? We gotta stick together. Yeah, I would totally play Mario Kart, but Murphy sadly will be hogging the Switch. So, yeah, that's a thing. Oregano. Oregano. I say or oregano. Oregano. Yeah, that's kind of like that for me, Merlin. Like I do an oregano or oregano. It's odd. What? Where did that come from, Gilf? Synthesized 3 things? What? I don't know. Potato. I don't know. Part of my family, they're the ones that they're from Boston, so they park their car in the yard. They put on their tennies. They go to the store. They get a carriage. Get some water at the bubbler. And then the other part of my family is just country. Oh, he's not European either. Oh, I thought you were talking about Matt. I was like, well, he's not European either. Adidas. That's what I say. Actually, whenever I was in high school, we used to say Adidas just to be funny. Or Adidas. Adidas is the British way. Adidas. Oh god. Yeah, I think it's... No, I say, I was gonna say, I don't say Adidas. I say, Adidas. I reminded you of a meme. Oh, Lord. Joe and his memes. For a big, yeah, it's just a huge bag of chips. He has a huge talent. Oh, shark fishing. Oh, I was very confused for a second. I was like, why is Nadina going shark fishing? I mean, at least you're not shark fishing like Kevin Costner. We'll just throw that one out there. Oh my. Yeah. For those moments, I think I need a screen that is just like, I just reach over and press a button and the whole screen goes black and it just says the end. No, really. I both hate and love this chat. I'm glad, Merlin. That's all, folks. For most of the hate. We don't discriminate here. I hate everyone equally. Hey, Chris, how are you? Ah! Nope, 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 nope. Nah, Gilfin Funk contribute too. Wow! Wow! It stopped working. Gil's like, what? Huh? Huh? What? Was I mentioned? The song you like is on. Nice, Brianna. Welcome back. Welcome back to the same old stream that we laugh about. Yep, this is Mute City. I want to listen to... Oh, shoot. Hate and love. Sorry, I'm just finishing up the bottom of this. I have a gnat. Yes, tons of focus. All the focus. That one's actually not bad. Okay. I'll just do this. You brought a folding shovel. Why? You mean like an e-tool? No, not that one. We already did this one. I mean, knowing nothing. Stick in your rucksack? Okay. So you are talking about like an e-tool. Yeah. It's the military calls them entrenching tools. They have multiple functions. Multiple functions. Yeah, like they like Brianna says, they fold up. But in the military, we also use them because like the shovel, so you'll have the shaft of the shovel that's like this long, and then you have the handle out here, and then you have like the shovel head that's here. And you can actually take that head and twist it down, and it becomes almost like a hoe, and like a hoe tool, not the other. And then, but you can also take it and pull the shovel head out, shove it down into the ground, and take the handle, which is this big, you know, big open handle, and put it down, and you sit on it and take a dump. There, how's that one for a picture? No, I won't say anything. She's in the middle of explaining, and then you went back to cover your bases anyway. I anticipated you anticipating me anticipating you. I had a drill sergeant. He was from Nicaragua, and his English was good, but he definitely spoke it with an accent. And so you would get caught doing something that you knew you weren't supposed to be doing, and he'd be like, "I see you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, push you." Sorry about the mic bump. Hey, Renee! I seen you earlier, but I don't think I actually said hi to you. Aha! It's really sad that it took me over an hour just to make the Pokeball. That's how bad chat slows down this entire process. Cooled off drastically. Oh.
All I know is I just need her. All I know is you just need her. All I know is we just need her. All I know is you just need her.
So you're doing great. Okay, this is where we're doing the turtle shell. Sorry, I'm bebopping to the music. Tonight is your multi-stream, isn't it, Matt?
Running back. Because I'm awfully deceiving. I always say I'm fine, but that's not the true meaning. The walls are caving in and it leaves me with feelings. But the only one that matters is I won't be defeated. They'll keep talking, pray that I lost it. I keep it cool, my attitude stay frosted. And I'm intending to bring a revolution. There far too many problems to false few solutions. So let's march towards the hills. Let's march with the dreams to be fulfilled. The band is playing and I'm making them.
Asking me to bring them back. Nice. I mean, hey, whatever works for you. I seen a video a couple days ago of a DJ who apparently used to be a drummer, and he had his DJ kit set up as, instead of a instead of like a MIDI box, he had it set up as, oh, like a bunch of drums, and each drum had its own little MIDI thing, and whenever he would hit the drum, it would play whatever sound was attached to that drum. It was pretty spiffy, not gonna lie. If I can find the video, I'll post it on Discord, because it was really cool. Like, I sat there and I watched it like 3 or 4 times. It's just because of you, Merlin. Oh, that's cool. I've done stagehand work. When the first couple of shows that I did with this company, I did stagehand work. For the first show we did, I did it was Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I ran the prompter. And then we did Happy Elf, and I wrangled kids and did makeup. Well, I did hair for some of the little girls. And glitter. I was on glitter duty. Yeah. Well, Happy Elf, if you've never seen it, it is a Harry Connick Jr. is the one that wrote it. And there are elves in the show or in the production. And most of the elves were played by children. Just fine, you know, whatever. But they wanted these elves to look all sparkly and Christmassy and all that jazz, and so there was glitter everywhere. And so, yeah, I got put on glitter duty. Okay, Joe, thank you for being here. Sokka lines over Callum. Oh no! Weirdly accurate. Oh yeah. By the way, Gilf. Keen's reference, you know, what Keen said in Discord isn't actually a spoiler. Hey, Poe! How are you? Uh-oh. Keen is a turd sometimes. It's not actually a spoiler. You'll understand whenever you get to the episode. Like, it doesn't actually say anything. Like, it actually has no bearing on the episode whatsoever. None. It's literally just they walk into an establishment and there's someone making fruity drinks, and Sokka's like, I'm going to have myself one of those fruity drinks. That's it. That is entirely the only thing. It has no bearing on the episode at all. Some people took it because he refers to it as a fruity drink. There is that it's some sort of alcohol, and it's literally the guy that makes the drink. He chops up fruit, he grabs some sort of decanter and pours in. Nothing else is ever said. Like, you'll understand whenever you see the episode. Uh-oh. You're gonna get in the middle of that mega stream and be like, I am so hungry. We're having spaghetti tonight. I'm actually getting sort of hungry. I have my Oreos over here, but they're not actually, like, doing much. I'd much prefer the Fig Newtons that are upstairs. Am I the only person? Who else likes Fig Newtons? Because I actually really enjoy Fig Newtons. Sketty and butter. Ew, no, I like the fig ones. Like, aside from a good oatmeal raisin cookie, Fig Newtons are probably among my favorite cookies. Remind you of tobacco? Okay, I'm just going to leave that one alone. Nope, I don't get what you mean. I'm sorry. I mean, other than that, I guess they sort of look like that. Nothing else that I don't know. I think that's the only way I've ever had figs. Baked or cooked raisins? Yeah, I learned in school real quick that most kids don't like oatmeal raisin cookies. So whenever our school would do things like soup and sandwich, usually we would get some sort of like oatmeal raisin. We would get some sort of cookie. And usually it was chocolate chip and then oatmeal raisin, and then there might be like a third cookie. Well, I learned very quickly that the chocolate chips were always the first ones to go. And those kids that would go, like, whenever you go through line, you only get one cookie. Whenever the chocolate chips were done, they would just start giving out the oatmeal raisin. And so a lot of the kids would get oatmeal raisin that didn't want oatmeal raisin. So I learned real quick, hey, I'll take your oatmeal raisin cookie. Then I'd end up with like 6 cookies. Hey! Pegasus Raid, welcome! How are you guys doing? The Pegasus people? Would that make them Would that want to say you were playing a Pokemon game. I thought that's what I saw. I could be wrong though. I don't remember which Pokemon game it was, but thank you. First off, let's get some fireworks in here. Thank you so much. Also, welcome to all the new people.
Welcome.
Oh, you were shiny hunting Slowpoke? Nice. So you were, what were you doing, one of like the original games? Or were you doing like, can you yeah, you can shiny hunt in Sword and Shield. Or were you doing Let's Go? Oh, okay, in Sword and Shield? Nice! We are making a Squirtle. Our second Squirtle, because we already made one. This was a Squirtle that we made yesterday. One of 3. So he's got his little Pokeball and everything. You can see him a little bit better down here. Subscriptions. For those of you who don't know who I am Siren7. You can call me Siren, you can call me 7. I don't particularly care. Either one's fine. I am a variety streamer. I stream lots of different kinds of games. I also am a stage actress and a crocheter. I sit here and I do streams where I make certain plushies. If you can see right there, I've made a Charmander. There's a Hollow Knight over there. Over on the other side, there is a Mew that I've recently made on stream. And right now, we are making our second of 3 Squirtles that we're making. If that sounds like fun, that you would like to stick around like others before you, please hit that subscribe button and join the family over here. Hollow Knight, yes. Also, she's a Blackhawk. I was a crew chief, actually. Technicians are actually something a little bit different. But yes, I did used to work on Blackhawks a long time ago in a galaxy very far away. I am following a pattern. I am not that artistic, I promise. Well, I am making this one. This is one that this is a pattern that I am creating myself. Which is why it's taking me so long, because I have so many other commissions that I have to do. We're probably going to, I finally got the right wire in, and I'll be working on this guy tomorrow. So he's a thing. But I finally got the right wire in to make his feet. It is Small Mite, yes. This one is going to zombie. It took me forever because the original wire that I got in was this stuff here, and it was just way too fragile, way too brittle to do what I needed to do with it. I finally got the right wire in, and so I have to make his feet now. That's what has been taking so long. But yes, I'll be working on him tomorrow. I've still got to do his wings and everything, and then I'll be felting in his little cheeks and such. And then hopefully this guy will be sent off to zombie. And then I've got to embroider his beak in as well. But yeah, that's the thing. That's probably what we're going to be working on tomorrow. But yeah, these are just like super chill streams where we just sit back and I work on something and we just chit chat and we listen to music and, you know, whatever is going on. And y'all get a little bit more of my attention than if I'm playing a game. Oh, Matt leaving? Bye, Matt. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, Peggy. So we almost never stream at the same time, so I like never get to stop by and raid over to your side. Because you're either streaming like super late or earlier than me. Or like you end before I get to my ending spot. But recently we have been playing through, we just finished up Rise of the Tomb Raider. And that one was super fun. We'll be starting on Monday. We're going to be trying out the multiplayer on Minecraft Dungeons with a couple of my mods. So that's going to be fun, and that may actually be a thing that sticks around the channel for a while if it goes well. And then on Tuesday, we will be starting Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And then whenever The Last of Us 2 drops, we'll be doing that. Who are fans of Minecraft? I'm not a huge fan of Minecraft, but I do like dungeon crawlers. And I was like, oh, a Minecraft dungeon crawler. Sure, why not? And I tried it out whenever it dropped. And I was like, okay, you know, this is okay. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, so I was actually slightly disappointed with it. Like I said a couple of times during the stream, I'm really glad that this is only $20 because I was actually slightly disappointed. The gameplay just seemed really shallow to me. Wasn't at all what I was expecting. But I'm hoping that the multiplayer redeems it. I hope that makes it more fun. Hey, zombie! I was just talking about, I finally got in the wire to finish someone special. That's what's been taking me so long, is I've been waiting on the wire to do his feet. So I finally got that in. I've actually practiced a little bit with one of them. This was my first attempt using the wire. And it turned out really well. So I've got to do that. I'll actually be working on him tomorrow on stream. Because I've got to finish his wings. And like, whenever I finish his feet will actually be glued. Like, so You can see, like, there's a very long stem on this. This will be clipped and actually stuck up inside of here and then be glued in place. So, and then his plume up here, the little trick that I use hot glue so that I can take this and open it up and put the hot glue across the top of there, because hot glue doesn't soak into the fibers. It actually kind of sits on top of the fibers. So it'll sit there and it'll actually give his plume a little bit of volume. And I can take it and rub it in my fingers and rub it on a couple of these fibers so that they'll actually stick up the way a cockatiel's plume actually would. But the feet will be glued on, his wings will actually be sewn into place, and I was showing everybody so that he will actually, to a small degree, if you set him on something, he will actually be able to sort of perch a little, and if you balance him because of the feet and everything. But his little cheeks, they'll be felted in, so they'll be nice and flat and look like they're actually a part of the head and everything. Like the eyes over here on our Squirtle. These eyes are felted. So like the felt is actually thick, and I take something called a felting needle. And it's got these 3 needles, and I actually pushed the needle down through all the 3 layers of felt, and it makes it lay nice and flat against the yarn. So that's what will happen with his cheeks as well. So they'll lay nice and flat, and they won't have that raised look to where it just, to me, it's like, I like things to look real. And so whenever you can see, oh, well, that's a little piece of felt, it kind of takes you out of that moment. And it doesn't really look real to me. So I don't know. I go for realism. I'm sorry if that's not everybody's cup of tea. But yeah, this is Squirtle. We finished this yesterday on stream. Yeah, it's this needle here. So these 3 needles, they have little notches cut in them. Oh, you can't see. They have little notches cut in them. And they're cut in different ways so that as I push through, it grabs the felt, and as it goes through, it's going through yarn and everything, and as I push through and pull back out, the felt and the yarn are actually, the fibers are actually coming together, and they sort of lock, so that the yarn itself that's underneath that felt is actually pulling the felt down, which gives it that nice flat look, and it makes those anime eyes just look amazing, in my opinion. But yeah, that's how we get the little poke lock and everything as well. That's part of why I decided to do these sorts of streams, because let me pull this back up where it's supposed to be. Because I used to do craft fairs with these sorts of things, and people would come up and be like, oh, you want 50, 60, 70, whatever the price was for that plush? I'm not paying that much. I can go to Walmart and get it for 20. And I'm like, well, you do that, because I know that this guy right here, I've got a solid 15 hours worth of work in him. after we did everything on stream yesterday, I put in a good, 4 to 5 hours on stream. I was up until 1 a.m. working on this guy. Making sure, things like I little things like the Squirtle tail. So the tail is actually attached right here, right down here. But to me, that didn't look like a Squirtle tail. Like the Squirtle, he always has his tail up. And so, like, I actually come up and I attach the tail a second time up here at the back of his shell. And so it's like, those little details. Walmart doesn't give a diddly about details. I just, like here we go. Here's another good example. That's a picture of a Mew that I made. There's actually 20 gauge wire that goes through that tail so that it actually has the curl just like a Mew tail would. Like, often you would see in the anime how Mew's tail was always curved and curled up behind him. Well, that tail actually does that. And so, like, whenever you pick it up, it'll swing down, but it's all curved and everything like a Mew tail would be. It doesn't just hang. Because the 20 gauge wire, holds that. Oh, thank you, Time Chester. But yeah, it's just like I said, it was just, I started doing these because I was like, the community over here has started to see just how much time actually goes into these things. And, the amount of focus and, and love that goes into it as well. Like, these are characters I've been going through Gen 1 because these are characters that I actually grew up with and love. I've got patterns. I did the Mew first, and then I did Charmander. We're doing Squirtle now. I have the pattern for Bulbasaur, but we're gonna skip and do Eevee. I've got someone who would like me to make a Mimikyu. We're obviously making Small Might, which, by the way, that is the tiniest hook I have ever used. I used on Small Might. It's actually the tiniest hook in my fleet of hooks. Like, here is my cup o' hooks. All of my different hooks. And right there. This orange one right here, this is the hook that I use quite often. And this is the hook that I had to use on Small Might. Tiny hook. Ooh, Beedrill. Beedrill would be interesting. Oh, Torchic. That would be fun. I have a, it's one of the more chibi looking ones. I have a pattern that I can get for Torchic, and I was like, oh, I kind of wanted Torchic. But it's one of the mid-size, so I make a couple of different sizes. I make Invu Love in the chat. I made her a tiny little Psyduck. Like, he literally was like this big, fit in the palm of my hand. Tiny miniature Psyduck. And then he had his own Pokeball that he sat inside. Those are the minis. And then I have a middle size that are like that big. And they're usually the more chibi looking, the more like that. And then I have my what I call my normal size. These guys are 8.5 to 9 inches tall. And usually they have some sort of Pokeball. I was actually, whenever I made the Mew, I was in several different Discords going, if you caught a Mew, what Pokeball would you use? Because I was like, I don't know if I should use a Master Ball on Mew or not. But I did end up using a Master Ball. Oh, Dratini. And another one of those Mews. Oh, Tyrant. Oh, that's one of the little triangle-headed one, isn't it? I think I know that one. I think he might have been in Pokemon Go. I think I might know him from there. Furret would be fun. Oh, is he a dinosaur? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. Hold on, let me look. I gotta look now. There was one, it was the white and blue Pika squirrel thing that somebody told me to make yesterday. Oh, okay, I don't know that one. Yeah, what Liz said. What Liz, Invu Love, what Invu Love said, that one. I didn't know that one because I love Pokemon, but Pokemon came out whenever I was in like 8th grade. That's whenever I got into Pokemon. So I was already, I was 14, 15-ish. And so whenever I went into high school, it wasn't as cool to be, a Pokemon fan, even though I had been watching the anime for, nearly 2 years. I, had the games, I had the Game Boy, I knew all the original, 151, 152, whatever. But like, I knew all the stuff and things, and then I got into high school and they're like, oh, Pokemon? Or what was it? Pokemon. It was the oh, Pokemon. I'm like, it's Poke. There's a over the E. So it was quickly not cool to be a Pokemon player anymore. So I never got much past Gen 2. Although I would love to make a Heracross. I would adore making a Heracross, and I would totally make it like full size, like a solid, 3 or 4 feet tall. Set this over here. I'm running out of room. I bought this new table so I would have more room, and I'm running out of room. You were in college, see? The red and blue came out in what, 96? And then yellow came out in 98. See, I had the poster all over my room. I could sing the Poke rap at the end of the animes. And whenever I found out that you know, it wasn't cool to be a Pokemon master anymore, I was like, oh. Well, so I took my poster down, but I still had it in the nice frame. I just had it setting behind my dresser so that my friends couldn't see it. And I still watched the anime. But yeah, once Ash, much past Gen 2, I didn't follow it near as much. The Pachirisu? I probably said that horribly. Oh, was it 98 in the States? Oh, okay. I just remember I got yellow. Oh boy. I got yellow with the teal or turquoise, whatever, Game Boy Color for Christmas, and I was ecstatic. But I played that game, I played Blue, and then I played, which one? The one where you can get the shiny Gyarados, and like you have to get, it's part of the story that you get the shiny red Gyarados, whichever game that was. Okay, then yeah, I played part of that one. I remember I played up until I got the shiny Gyarados, and then I was just like, okay, I'm done. I got shiny Gyarados, I'm done. With the red version? Well, see, I had originally got I had the old gray brick for a long time. I picked it up at a yard sale for $5. And all I had was Tetris and Paperboy. And I ended up playing it so much that I messed up one of the buttons. So my grandfather got me another gray brick. And I again played it so much that I literally, the screen wouldn't even turn on anymore. And so for Christmas I got the Game Boy Color with the Pokemon Yellow, and then I went back and got Blue. But yeah, and then I have the pattern for a Charizard, and I want to make myself a shiny Charizard so bad, because Charizard and the anime, I always loved that Charizard wouldn't actually listen to Ash. And one of my favorite episodes is the one where he goes to Cinnabar Island with Magmar, and Magmar, like, the volcano's about to erupt, and Magmar is all like doing his thing, and he's doing the best he can, but he's not doing enough. And Ash is like, come on, Charizard, you gotta. And Charizard, he like not listening to Ash at all, but he looks over and he's like, I'm not going to be outdone by this thing. And he gets over there and he's just like throwing things and doing stuff. Yes, the seismic toss. But I love that episode. I love that, you know, Charizard was like, I'm not going to be outdone. I am the fire Pokemon here. But I want to make myself a shiny Charizard, and I shall name him Toothless, because big black dragon. What happened to my music? What happened to the music? is his Bulbasaur. Yeah, I really like the story of Bulbasaur. That's actually why I love Oddish so much, is that episode. Because, like, Oddish just kind of comes out and he's just like, Oddish? 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 And Ash is like, oh, an Oddish! I'm gonna catch it! And he throws the Pokeball, and here comes Bulbasaur, and he's just like, Whack! But I have another pattern for Charmander that I really want to do. It's the scene from the anime whenever you first meet Charmander, where he's sitting on the rock and he's got the little leaf trying to keep his little tail flame lit. And it's adorable. And the person who did the pattern just did an amazing job on it. Whenever I seen it, I was like, oh, I have to have it! Hold on, let me... I'll show y'all. That's the one that I want to do. I just think it's so adorable and she did such a good job on it. That's the Charmander from my memories. It is such the saddest episode, but I love the ending where, you know, Charmander's trainer is just like, come on, Charmander, let's go. And Charmander's just like, no, Char! And he just like burns his face off. And I'm just like, yes! Yes, the little toes. But I don't know. I'm weird. I find it hilarious, honestly, that Ash ends up with all the starters, but didn't actually catch a single one of them. Like, if you watched the anime, Ash didn't actually catch a single one of his starters. He didn't catch Pikachu, like, that was the one that he was given. He didn't catch Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur decided to go with him after the battle. Charmander decides to go with Ash. Squirtle was one of the Squirtle squad and decides to go with Ash. Like, he ends up with all four of the starters and never caught a single one. Really? Now, the Bulbasaur, he said that he would go with Ash if he beat him in a battle. That was the whole thing, is that he was there in the little hidden village protecting everyone, and the girl was like, no, Bulbasaur really doesn't need to be here. And Bulbasaur was like, no, if you fight me and you beat me, then I'll go with you. And Ash ends up beating him. The best trainer. Charizard is totally a dragon. What? Oh yeah, Charizard is totally a dragon. Even though technically he's a fire flying type. But yes, he should totally be a dragon. Like, physically, yes, he is a dragon. But his typing does not reflect that. Well, no, he did catch Pidgey. He catches Pidgey. I have a hair. It always made me sad that the way they typed Charizard, because he physically is a freaking European style dragon. But they typed him as a fire flying, and I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? No, bad Game Freak. No, because Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite are all dragons. And they're all, and Gyarados is a water dragon type. Yeah, Dratini or a Dragonite and I think Gyarados are both the only dragons in first gen. Well, the Dragonite evolution line, if I'm not mistaken. If Zombie is still here, he can correct me on that. But I think those are the only ones that are actually typed that way. Well, I mean, all of the starters were OP anyway. And then there was Pikachu, who is just a whole other matter. Just saying. Unpopular opinion, I just am not a huge Pikachu fan. I have a Pikachu pattern. I will happily make you a Pikachu. I think Pikachu is overhyped. And is really dumb in the anime. Just really dumb. All the dumb. Like, the way they logicked out Pikachu to beat some of these, I was just like, are you kidding me? Really? Yeah. What is it? Ash goes to Surge's gym. Now, actually, the plot in that one, I can actually go along with, because there are some of the speed moves that can only be learned in the Pikachu stage. And so they actually kind of set that battle up a little bit to where it sort of made sense that Pikachu beats Raichu, because Pikachu ends up relying heavily on Quick Attack, which is one of his speed moves that Raichu in that episode never learned. So Raichu was relying heavily on electric type attacks. Okay, fine. I can get behind that. But Pikachu beating ground types? Use his horn as a lightning rod. Okay. Just, no. I'm good. Pikachu beating Rhydon was just like... Okay. Oh yeah, Psychic in Gen 1, an Alakazam. Oh god. Alakazam in Gen 1 was a nightmare. They needed something cute. Because of the anime? Yeah. I did that in the game just to see if it was possible, and Brock rolled me. And I'm just like, but why? The anime, Pikachu beats Onyx in the anime. What? Understand a nightmare if it was Hypno. And also, I always thought it was hilarious that Misty hated her Psyduck so much. But I'm like, but if you just, you know, give him a little love and care, Golduck is awesome. Like, if you just train the Psyduck that you hate so much, Golduck is freaking awesome. As a water psychic? Holy crap. Psyduck is Bestmon. Okay, backs away slowly. Backs away slowly. I don't think she ever evolves the Psyduck, no. With 2 buckets, yeah. But I mean, also, Meowth learning to speak English? And also, yeah, I really like Eevee. I always thought Eevee was adorable, and all the different evolutions, like I thought, okay, you know, the first gen you get the first 3 evolutions. Okay, fine. And then what is it? Gen 2, you get the next 3. You get what is it? Leafeon, Glaceon. Or maybe it's just 2. I don't know. I can't remember. Anywho, yeah. You the next gen you get more Eevee evolutions, and then yeah. And then, you know, the what is it? Gen 3 you get Sylveon. I'm forgetting. Gen 2 is Umbreon and Espeon, and then the next gen you get Glaceon, Leafeon, and Sylveon, right? Oh, Gen 4? Okay, so when is Sylveon? And Sylveon is weird. Can I just go on record saying Sylveon is super like, it was cute up until I realized that those bows were skin. And then it just became super creepy. Like, whenever I first seen the art for for Sylveon, I was like, oh, that's so pretty. Okay, that's really cute. And then somebody pointed out those bows are its skin, and I was like, what? Excuse me? They're like, yeah, Pokemon trainers, you know, they dock their Sylveon's ears and, you know, make them into bows. And I was like, what? Thank you. Thank you for being here, Pegasus. I really appreciate the raid. That was awesome. Get some more fireworks up in here. Yeah, see, I would... There are so many other... I've seen concept art. The Sylveon's bows. They are, though! They're bows! But, there are so many... I've seen concept art for some of the other evolutions, like Steel type Eevee. Looks freaking amazing. Yeah, you posted it, Brianna. I still go back and watch that. I think it's adorable. I actually went on YouTube and found other ones that of Eevee dancing to other songs, and I was like, no, the one Brianna posted was better. It was way better. I'm about to have to stuff this. So much, okay? You are totally fine. I'm probably gonna start on Eevee this weekend. Probably Sunday. And I do that. I may actually do a nerd date on Sunday as well, if anybody is interested in that. Gots to go? No problem, Merlin. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Okay, so do this. Your favorite uh-oh. What is he dancing to in yours? Do I want to know? probably gonna have to go get some more polyfill here soon. Also, I could totally snip this. You shudder at the thought? Uh-oh. Shudder at the thought of what? Of what Gilf's favorite is? I mean, we are talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Gilfoyle. The craft section. Oh, for paints and canvases. You would like, okay, so my Danny Raid, she really likes to paint, and she has her and I on the weekends whenever I'm working, we have a TV in our dining room, and it's usually where her and I play like Animal Crossing or whatever. And but whenever I'm working and she's just hanging out, we'll watch these videos by this, it's called Wow Art, and this chick is like super talented. You should totally check it out, Brown. If you like painting, you should totally check it out. It is so cool. The ghost in the coffee pot? Oh my lord. I like Bob Ross, but this chick is freaking awesome. I do enjoy Bob Ross though, yes. I have a couple of paintings in my house that are done in the Bob Ross style. I have a cousin that took the whole Bob Ross class and is super talented. Beat the devil out of it. Yes. And actually the cousin is a woman. I have two, well, I have 3 of her paintings. She did I have a copper pot that she turned over and paint. Actually, hold on. I have this. This is one of hers, and with the second camera y'all can see. This is an ostrich egg that she painted. It's got dust all over it right now. But yeah, this is an ostrich egg that she painted for my grandfather, who really liked hummingbirds. And there's a butterfly there. They're not hard. We have a couple of farms here that raise ostriches. And this one egg had 12 yolks in it, if I'm not mistaken. And then they bust a hole in the bottom of it and they blow it out, and everything, you know, comes out. But this thing has been, this is, if you didn't know that this was an egg, you'd think it was a rock. Like, it's super hard. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. It sits on a stand up here on my shelf. Yeah, 12 yolks. One ostrich egg is enough breakfast to feed a small family. We also have an emu farm here. Well, the same people that used to raise ostriches, they raise emus now. Four or 5 breakfast rushes at McDonald's. Yeah, you can actually ride ostriches. I don't know if you knew that, if most people realize that, but yeah, you can actually ride ostriches. It's not recommended, but occasionally at rodeos they'll bring out an ostrich, and as like a crowd thing to get the crowd involved, they'll be like, "Hey, who wants to ride an ostrich?" It doesn't look fun. Well, especially because like those ostriches are actually, they actually like understand what's going on. It's happened to them before. Not a big, not necessarily a big thing. You try and do that to an ostrich in the wild, they are not nice. Do we want to make this one like a fat Squirtle, or do we want to make him thin? Do we want to make him slim and trim like this Squirtle, or do we want to make him more round? Fat. Okay, so we want fat Squirtles. Okay. Okay. I've gotta shift around how I place the stuffing inside him then. Make him fluffy. He's not fat, he's fluffy. There are 5 levels of fatness. Big, hefty, husky, fluffy, and dang! Until he met the 6th level of fatness, which is, oh, hell no. And how you know the difference between dang and oh, hell no, it is this dang you will let on the elevator with you. Oh, hell no, you're going, no! Close the door, close the door, close the door! I don't know, I'm sorry, I find that funny. I'm a big girl and I still find that funny. I wish I was as good with the voices as he is. I'm not quite as good at voices. Like, I can do the Pokemon stuff and the reciting, imitating the Pokemon voices. But him just ripping off some of those voices that he does. I wish I was that good. Like, I can do the Valley Girl. Yo, obviously. I dang near pissed myself. The cop voice that he always uses, that country cop voice, I'm just like, oh. You haven't seen that, Nadina? Oh no! I think you're slightly behind, by the way. Oh my god! I want a burger, but I want it completely plain. With like extra bacon. I can do the Valley roll. And then you get up to the window and you're like, oh. Okay, Nadina. Why are you bruhing me? Why am I being brud? Like, ASA. Okay. We got all that stuffing in there, so now we're just... Whenever I make my Koopas, this is how I have to do it, because the Koopas have that funny shell. So we're just moving the stuffing around so that it situates the way we want it to. Oh, see, I have great big knitting needles. Actually, I have bigger knitting needles. Those scare me. They're for a specific kind of crochet called broomstick lace. That monstrosity! They're for a specific kind of crochet called broomstick lace. I am a witch, didn't you know? Didn't you know? Witch, you're a nice person. Don't you mean vampire hunting? Also, if anybody can pull out of their rear ends what movie that reference was from, you are my hero. Well, I can't, part of it is not PG. It's a word that rhymes with witch. It's a female dog. But it's witch, you're a witch, you're a... Yeah, that. You'd think that after 20 years, they'd come up with a better rhyme. Brianna got it! Brianna's my hero. Okay. I'm checking my stuffing one last time. Grandma told you? Good job, Grandma. Grandma's my hero. Okay. Trying to make sure that he's fat enough. Comes in with a mic drop. Yes, Grandma for the win. Exactly. Also, oh my god, we have 34 likes. Holy crap. Okay, I think that's fluffy enough. What do y'all think? 'Cause that center section is pretty fluffy. If I do this, it ends up being pretty round. It's 'cause I'm easy. Jump me out of my skin. Now you know how I feel, Bowtie. You feel like you have the patience to crochet or knit? Beaded jewelry? Like roly-poly? Well, I mean, compared to our last Squirtle, he is quite a bit plumper. He is definitely much fluffier than our last Squirtle. There we go. That is nice. That is a very nice close, if I do say so myself. Not all Squirtles are created equal. Some of them are not made by me. There we go. There we go. What do we think? We get some of the wrinkles out. As a kid, you just didn't... And sunglasses Squirtle. Yeah, he's definitely a lot plumper than the other one. This Squirtle. Well, I mean, usually turtle meat, there's supposedly 7 different flavors. Turtle meat tastes like other things. And if you catch a turtle, you're supposed to put it in clean water and give it fresh veggies for 2 days, because turtles tend to taste like what they've been eating or what they've been living in. So if they've been living in trashy water, they're gonna taste nasty. But after they clean themselves out and everything for about 2 days, once you open them up, they're supposed to be like, each area of the turtle tastes like something different. So some of it tastes more like fish, some of it tastes more like chicken, some of it tastes more like pork, some of it tastes more like beef. I have had fried turtle and thought it tastes awesome. It didn't taste seafoody. It tasted like chicken. Like, if nobody had told me that it was turtle, I would have thought that it was chicken. I've also had turtle soup, and in turtle soup, it tasted more like shrimp. Although none of it, poor Leonardo, poor Michelangelo, none of it tasted like pepperoni, sadly. But yes, we have our chubby Squirtle. We did our Pokeball. I will be working on this guy this weekend, because I have all of his parts, I just have to put him together. I already have his tail already stuffed, so his tail will end up going right off the back of him like that. Actually, I could go ahead and stuff his head. Friend of yours brought a shark jerky. I like shark steak. I've had shark steak, and I've had alligator tail. I've had ostrich meat. I've had snake meat. Snake meat was really good. I eat frog legs quite often. I actually really enjoy frog legs. Mud bugs. I enjoy mud bugs, but I only like the tails. I don't like anything else. I really enjoy frog legs. They're super yummy. Okay, Gilf, I know that it's starting to get really late for you. I will possibly see you tomorrow. Oh, oof. Yeah, that's no good. Okay. This keyboard is cursed! Are you sure it's the keyboard, though? Okay. There we go. Our chubby Squirtle face. I think we're just about to go ahead and end anyway. Everything seems to be dying down. Everybody seems to be like chilling out for the evening and kind of settling in. And I know Murphy is getting ready to stream too. But yeah, we got our Pokeball done. We've got our fat Squirtle body. We've got our fat Squirtle head. We've got our tail. We've got all of our body parts already done up. We've just got to assemble. Well, I've got to assemble. So that is what I will probably be doing on Sunday. Dinner time? I've got my dinner sitting right here. Sorry, gnat. I was trying to kill it. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's turn that off. Let's see if there is, how many people do we have? We have 30, I see 34 likes. I do see 34 likes, and I see 11 people here. Let's see if there's anybody that would appreciate a small raid. We can make somebody's day. Oh Lord. Oh, I see someone. I see somebody playing a game. I have to raid this person. Because they are playing Shantae. It's one of the Half Genie Hero games, but it's the new one. Shantae and the 7 Sirens. I've actually thought about playing this game myself, but yeah. They only have 7 people watching. And they have 6 likes. So yeah, we have to go visit. Okay, let me do this. Do that. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Patrick, for the donation. Thank you, Pegasus, for the amazing raid. For all the new subscribers. I think whenever I looked last, I was up to like 705 or something. So, yeah. We had a really fun day. We got our second Squirtle mostly packed. I've just got to put it together. I got to spend the time to put it together, and then Squirtle number 2 will be done. And then tomorrow we will be working on Small Mite, the bird, on stream. And then Sunday I should be finishing up the second Squirtle and the third Squirtle. So the one Squirtle is already on the Discord for sale. And hey, Zombie's like, I'll be there. I appreciate you being here. I mean, it's for you. And as soon as he's done, I can pack him up and send him to you if you want him. No charge. It's actually already been paid for by myself and Lightgazer. No big deal. But if that's something that you're comfortable with, you know, me knowing your address, well, technically me and Murphy, knowing your address, I will totally send him to you. Or if you have a PO box or anything like that. But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. Be working on the other Squirtles, and then starting on Eevees, but I'm not sure how much of that I'll be able to stream because Murphy may actually be going back to work this week. So that means that we'll be going back to most likely our Monday through Thursday streams. We are doing multiplayer Minecraft Dungeons on Monday, so we may have to find a different day to do crochet streams. That may be a Thursday thing or something like that. But here is the link. We're gonna go over Raid Dark Jake because again, he is playing Shantae and the Seven Sirens, and you know, I mean, hello, he's fighting my kin, so I have to raid there. I will see you guys over there. I will see you back here again tomorrow. Make sure to like the stream if you enjoy the content. Hit the subscribe button. If you plan on being an active part of his community, make sure to hit that red subscribe and that bell. Please try and stay 3 to 5 minutes so that YouTube doesn't think that you're a bot and take your like and your view away from him. But yeah. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all take care. Be good. Use your manners. All the things. Stay safe. Break legs. And toodles.